Good evening. Today we have with us a very eminent personality, Mr. Kishore, Vice President, McCann Erickson, India, and it's our pleasure to talk to him regarding various issues in marketing. Hello, sir.
Hello.
Sir, to start with, I would like to ask, how did the journey begin? What triggered you to leave this advertising world?
So I was always interested in communication, in the line of communication, and then the drama of what is happening in the marketplace, the everyday drama of how products take shape and how you create an idea behind the product and you reach across to the people, and how that changes the life of people, realize the life of people. That's a fascinating drama. So once I get into it, I got into it, and I don't know when I have grown old in this world.
And going through this phase, might facing so many challenges. What are the challenges you faced? You are at this level, so.
You see, the challenges are many. The first challenge is the challenge of change. You know that everything, including yourself, are changing. And today the forces of change are so much. One is the economy is changing, the people's aspiration is changing, technology is changing, media is changing, and every day you will find that your own desires, dreams, etc., everything is changing. And how to cope up with that? That itself is the major change. How to cope up, how to manage that, how to keep that in your stride and go ahead.
So you said about change, like customers these days, they are evolving. It's a process. So how do you evaluate that process? The process of evaluation of the consumers, how they have changed over a period of time.
You see, you are a consumer, I am a consumer. So one way of looking at it is actually see it through yourself, placing yourself in the shoes of consumer. And then things will be slightly easier to do it. And then that's not the only way. You will find there are researchers which goes and ask consumer the question, but it is very difficult that consumer will give you the right answer. So therefore you have to cull that answer in a continuous basis. What are the changes happening in the economy? What are the changes happening in the media world? What are the changes happening in the brand world itself? How the shops are changing? How just a road is being made, and then you see that your roadside dhabas have changed. What was a jhoppi? Suddenly it has turned into something else. And people's dreams and desires are changes. And therefore it is a continuous study one has to do. And one way of keeping up with the study is to get in touch with the newspaper, see the newspaper, read the newspaper very carefully. Also to look at media. That will, because media finally mirrors the changes. And you see why some certain things. Look at the films, look at the programs, they are changing. So all these areas you have to look for the change. And of course there are consumer interviews are also there. The brands are giving you new vision. The technology is saying, particularly the technology brand, they are bringing new things into it. You say, you think of something, you create that in the reality. So the fact is, one has to be very, very alive to what is happening around, what is happening in his life, what is happening in everybody's life. And thereby suddenly you will see a pattern of change. And utterly disconnected things are actually connected. Once you have this intoxication to get to know about it, things will open up.
So you mentioned about Bollywood. So is it this reflection of these changes, or it's the Bollywood that is influencing the consumers to change?
This is both ways. At one point of time, Bollywood was the mirror of our dream world. Middle class people, they didn't have anything else. So all they had to do is to buy a 5 rupee ticket and go to film, and they actually fulfill all their desires in that 3 hours. It's a fight with the reality, and which they want to win through Bollywood. But then that phase is gone. Today, if you look at the Bollywood pictures, they are talking about much more realistic pictures. They are talking about children, the children's desire, the issue of education, the issue of politics, the struggle of the daily man and woman in metro cities, how they are managing ends, how they are managing time. So, even if in your entertainment, which you will go to a source of entertainment which is either very fairy tale and fulfill your dream, or it is reflecting your reality and also giving you meaning that whatever you are going through, all the drudgeries of life, but still there is a dream in it, still there is some kind of fulfillment in it. So both ways work. Bollywood is also reflecting, Bollywood will also get fed by the new reality. So both ways it's.
Sir, do you think that brand ambassadors, they are the safest mantra to be used by the brands to connect to the audience?
It depends, because brand ambassador has to be somebody whom you can aspire. So therefore he will be able to do justice to choosing the right brand ambassador. It is very important. The other thing is brand ambassador, since brand ambassador is also a personality. He has his own good, bad, ugly things happening in his life. Therefore, if you choose your brand ambassador, if your brand ambassador chooses to do something which is not right in the public domain, then that can affect your brand. You will find that one way of tackling this brand ambassador problem is people are now moving away from living being to the icons. You have seen this Asian Paint Gattu, Air India Maharaja. They were the earlier ambassadors. At one point of time they were coming, and in between the lively ambassadors have taken place, Amitabh Bachchans of the world. Now you are seeing that there is Zeus of the world who are coming. Even Amir Khan, if you look at this folk ad, he and his avatar in the game, both of them are ambassadors. So this inanimate world and the icon and the living icon, they are mixing, matching, creating probably new source of brand ambassadors. Today, technology is saying that it is possible to live 10 lives, you and your avatar. So, avatar is becoming the ambassador. What kind of avatar you are choosing? It is evolving, but yes, ambassador is the embodiment of certain needs and aspirations. So, if that is fixed, if that is unchangeable, if there is no problem in ambassador to change those things, it's good. But if your ambassador do something like black buck, then your brand is in trouble.
So we see advertisements of so many products, but if some succeed, some doesn't. What are the things that are really responsible for the success?